Hey guys, so I have kind of a haul, but it's just these random Hot Wheels skateboards. Basically, I purchased these not for my fingers like to play with, but more so I bought them because I thought they would be a nice size to put against like a figure and then they can have it as a display. Now, I've always wanted something like tech deck-ish, but these are Hot Wheels based, so Tech Deck is like a completely own different company, and then Hot Wheels is different too. I didn't know they had skateboards now. It's been a while though because I've never really bought Hot Wheels that often. When I was younger, I might have had some because my dad would buy some, but we're not too big on these. So yeah, so they have skateboards now, which is pretty cool, and it comes with shoes for your fingers. I don't think I will use them though because these probably don't fit my figures. A lot of my action figures, like the anime ones, they have the clothing molded onto them, so which means that the clothing is plastic, so you can't take it off or anything like that. So I don't think these will actually work for anything really, except for my own fingers like this. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna play with them like that. The only thing about these though is I'm not too sure about the Hot Wheels ones, but I know about the Tech Deck ones. They use actual grip tape. Grip tape is kind of like this sandpaper-esque type of material that is also on actual skateboards. Basically, it's for the shoes, like when you put your shoes on the skateboards, it will be stable. Basically, it grips onto your shoes and it's kind of sandpaper-esque, so any material that you put against it will eventually get ruined. I think that's why we normally use like the skateboarding shoes for actual skating, so like Converse, Vans, those lines of shoes. There's also different brands too, but basically those ones are flatter on the soles, which means like the bottom parts of the shoes, and they actually grip the grip tape better too. So there's specific shoes that you can wear for skateboarding. But yeah, I think maybe the actual material might have grip tape on it, so I have to be careful in terms of like I don't want to put it on my I don't want to put my figures directly on them, but more so have them for display because it can technically file down materials like slowly. It will just be like sandpapering everything. So yeah, I have to be careful with that. But I bought all of these from Dollarama because they were cheap. It was like $4 each. So I just wanted to buy them, and they're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle themed, which is nice because a lot of my figures are like My Hero figures, Demon Slayer figures, so I think it will fit them nicely in terms of like it's heroes and it's ninjas. So yeah, this one is Leonardo. There's all 4 turtles, and I think those are the only options, but yeah. Sometimes you can find nice finds like these at Dollarama, like you don't have to go to Walmart. I find that Walmart is quite expensive. So normally I don't like buying these type of things at Walmart because they're quite expensive, but I think it's nice that like we have cheaper options like at Dollarama for these. Some toys are kind of hit or miss though when it comes to Dollarama. These ones are Hot Wheels though, so they are branded and they're good. So yeah, this does have like the grip tape on it, so I just need to be careful with this in terms of like if I want my action figures to have them. I think I might just display them rather than have them like standing on them. So this one is Leonardo, which is the main leader of the team. Super cool. It is blue, like his bandana color, basically. My throat is like super dry. I don't know. I think it's because the aircon and then also the what is it? Sometimes I have the fans on. So I think you can just put these silicone shoes on and then basically put your fingers in and then pretend to skateboard. But I'm not gonna bother. I think Tech Deck might also have shoes as well now for some of their skateboard line. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. Before, I remember people would just use their fingers, but I guess now they have like these because this is actual grip tape on it. So that one is Leonardo. Put it like this, and then I have Raphael. So I would always switch between which turtle I liked. My favorite used to be Leonardo, and then I also liked Raphael because he was more of the edgy one. But my favorite now seems to be Donatello, so it's kind of like I keep flip-flopping over like which one I like. Michelangelo is my brother's favorite. He's a bit silly, but apparently he's super cool in the comics. Like, there's one where he's like the last turtle alive, basically. It's kind of like post-apocalyptic, and it's Michelangelo that's the one that lasts the longest out of all of them. So yeah, he's cool as well, and he's super cute. So yeah, this one is Raphael. I used to like Raphael because he was super edgy, and Leonardo, I think I ended up liking because he was like more mature, because he was like the leader. But then later on, I like Donatello because he's like super smart. Stuck to the plastic. Wait, okay. So this one is for Michelangelo. They do have different shoelace designs. Michelangelo's is similar to Leonardo's. But there are some differences. Like this one has like the air holes, like the breathing holes, as for this one doesn't have those. And then the designs of like the lines and stuff are different. So they made them all different technically for all of them, even though they're just shoes. And then we have this one. So I guess all the fronts, yeah, all of them are, the grip tape says TMNT, and then this one is Michelangelo. These ones have more of a serious look to them. They kind of look more comic book-like compared to like the newer cartoons nowadays. The newer cartoons kind of look a bit more like cutesy. But I haven't watched any of the new ones. The only new one that I watched was maybe, I don't know, it was a while ago. It was the one that came out like just a while ago, like a couple years ago. That one I watched, but for the new animation, I have never seen anything about it. But I have seen like the older movies. And my favorite used to be the older movie that was actually the animation one, like the 3D animation. But apparently the story-wise, it is kind of just hit or miss. Like, it's so-so, like it's okay. But I think my brother said it wasn't that, like, great. But I remember rewatching that so many times. So this is Donatello's shoes. His look very different, like the top parts, and then also in general what they look like. These look like more of like the softer material type of shoes with like all the netting and stuff, which is super cool. I like their attention to detail, even though these are like shoes. I think I can just use these as display though, because these are similar size to, what is it? I have the mini brands. I have some of the mystery mini brands shoes, so I might just put them all together on a shelf for my figures so that way they can have them. So this one is Donatello. Super cool. I think I liked his weapon the second most because I do like Leonardo's like the classic katana for the ninja looks. But Donatello's I liked because it was the staff, the bow staff, but I don't know. In terms of like the size, I thought they were cool, and then the nunchucks were kind of so for me. That's why Michelangelo, I think he became like my least favorite, but I still think he's cool as a character. It's more so like in terms of favorite characters, he's not my favorite. My brother prefers him. He has like a very silly personality most of the time, but I think he's supposed to like lighten the mood in terms of like the story, and he's really cutesy. I like how they like all like to just eat pizza because they're in New York, so it gives them like this childlike what is it, personality, because they're kind of like immature and they learn how the outside world works basically because they've been living in like the sewers and stuff. So I really enjoyed the story a lot. But yeah, so that's basically it for this video. I know it's kind of random to even buy these, but I think they would be nice for figures. And then if these don't fit on my figures because they already have like the clothing molded on, I could just have these as like display things. So pretend that they have multiple shoes, but not really. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!